Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and today we're going to take a look at this guy. This is a base form Cumber that Dokkan awakens into Super Saiyan Great Ape Cumber. So he is actually going to be a solid unit if you're able to pull him, because there's so few giant category characters that I think he is going to be a very solid buff for that team. So, like, that's going to be a good thing, right? Like, that's one really good thing that we can get from Dragon Ball Heroes characters, is probably a number of these characters, you know, because there's things like Great Ape Gogeta and stuff like that. Like, these are going to be good characters to potentially buff the giant category team, which, you know, again, doesn't really have that much, right? So, like, here, let me just quickly level this guy up, and then I want to take a look at the giant category team, and then kind of, like, you know, again, show you guys what I mean with, like, how kind of bare bones this category really is, right? So, boom. We went ahead and got him up to his max level. I believe I have every giant category character, but I don't have all of them at the rainbow level, right? So let's just go ahead and do this, bam, and then there we go. So Cumber is up there with, you know, Metal Cooler and Super Baby 2 as some of the strongest characters on this team, but it needs a lot more. In particular, this guy right here is good. I don't have full dupes for him, but this guy potentially could get an LR or a Dokkan Fest. And then I also think this guy could get an LR or a Dokkan Fest exclusive. This guy really, like, Great Ape Vegeta, you know, he is, like, that's one of the best fights in all of Dragon Ball, is the original Goku versus Vegeta fight, and it's essentially this guy right here, like Great Ape Vegeta, so that really should be a Dokkan Festival exclusive. You know, maybe, like, you know, Great Ape Kid Goku could be better. I mean, Bergamo could get an awakening. We still don't have a Great Ape Kid Gohan as well, so there definitely is some things left on the table, but, like, look how small this category is. Obviously, this Super Saiyan Great Ape Cumber is actually going to be a big deal, and again, he is Super Saiyan 1, he is not Super Saiyan 3, so let's go ahead and hop into some events and test this guy out. Alright guys, it's pretty rare these days to find Tapion friends, but we'll get one. So we're going to start out on the Time Traveler team here. Of course, you know, Cumber, you know, oh, I do want to show his ability as well. So Cumber, both the free-to-play Cumber and this guy have interesting abilities, right? So this guy, when he gets hit, there is a high chance that he will stun all super class enemies. Now, I presume this is going to be for, yeah, it's only for one turn. So we're going to want Cumber, like, in slot 1 to really take effect for that. But, like, you just think of how busted that probably would be for Super Battle Road. Like, I assume you only have, like, the one chance of it activating. But, like, okay, so this Dokkan Awakened version of Cumber does that, right? But the funny thing is, the non-Dokkan version of Cumber also does that. He has a high chance of stunning all superclass enemies after receiving an attack. So that base form Cumber and then, you know, the Super Saiyan Cumber, if you got both of them on, like, you know, I don't know, maybe the Time Traveler category Super Battle Road when that eventually comes out, or Dragon Ball Heroes category Super Battle Road or something like that, these units are probably going to be very good towards potential no-item category Super Battle Road runs. So I, for sure, will be using this Cumber in the giant category Super Battle Road. The other thing too is that Cumber, when he falls below 50% HP, I believe he has a 50% chance of activating his Great Ape transformation, right? What's special about his Great Ape transformation is he gives himself 2 ki at the start of turn, so it's going to be a lot easier for his Great Ape to super attack since you only are going to need 4 ki, which will be very helpful again in Super Battle Road. 1.8 million. His numbers aren't anything we haven't seen before, but I think this guy is just going to be overall a good card, right? He greatly lowers attack. He gives himself 2 ki at the start of turn, 150% attack and defense. Again, he has that high chance of stunning enemies. His links probably aren't the greatest, but he does have, like, you know, Saiyan Roar. So, you know, he's going to work very well alongside the Super Saiyan 3 GT Kid Goku. Those two are going to be a powerful combo. He does also have, like, the Transform link and Shattering the Limit. You know, those will work very well on that giant category Super Battle Road. Like, I think I have not really I don't think I've even done one try on no-iteming that stage, but I don't think it's going to be too tough with this Super Saiyan Cumber added to it. And, you know, I am very anxious to test him out in Super Battle Road as well. So I guess let me get this rotation real quick here, and then we'll probably cut and move on to the next team. We'll take a look at Cumber on a few teams here. Probably Pure Saiyans, because we can get LRB Pan with him. Again, Giant, we definitely want to see him on, and then probably Time Travelers. He's also on the Super Saiyan category team, and then the Dragon Ball Heroes category team. Again, you know, I love when units are on a million different teams, even if maybe like, okay, so this Cumber, maybe he's a unit you're not going to run that much on the Super Saiyan team, because most people are going to run like the Vegetos and the Gogetas and stuff, and they're all fierce battle units, right? So you're probably not really going to be like, oh, okay, you know, let me just go ahead and put like Cumber on the team over, you know, in Vegeto or something like that. You're not going to do it, right? But for like the Super Saiyan team going through difficult events, in particular like Super Battle Road, again, Cumber with that high chance of stunning all superclass enemies could be pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and move on to the next category team we're going to look at him on. Alright guys, so here we are on the Giant category team. Even I've already had Great Ape Tora transform on me twice. Big pain in the ass. But alright, so here's Cumber with 94k defense. Now, if I remember correctly, the Giant category Super Battle Road, I think, was not that difficult compared to other stages. Again, I've only ran it like once ever. The stun is up. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So it looks like it has a chance to activate every single attack. That's pretty OP. If you guys noticed, it seemed like the first attack did not stun him, obviously, since he attacked the second time. But then after he attacked the second time, the stun marker appeared. So I mean, Cumber is just going to make the no item run for Giant category, I think, just like a quick, like, cream pie, and we're out of there. Because, I mean, I would have to, I guess I could double check what the fights are for Super Battle Road. I mean, I guess to make sure that they're actually, like, super type, right? Because I guess if they're not super type, it's not like we're going to have an easy run there. Okay. So the Giant stage, the entire, okay, every single fight is all superclass enemies, so. Yeah, Cumber is going to be like the damn near the MVP. Like, you know, I think that's going to be pretty easy. Like Cumber, Metal Cooler, Baby, Tora, of course, with his healing. I feel like the Piccolo is probably going to be pretty good for that because, what is he, lower attack by like 30% by being on rotation or something like that? Those units are, of course, incredibly powerful. If you guys saw my recent videos where we were, like, going through, whatchamacallit, I lost it. No! Stop! Ah! But when I was taking Omega Shenron into Super Battle Road, oh, I can't. We can't with this. Oh, here's the big issue. With Great Apes is these transformations. Now, I'm pretty sure if I finish Goku with this, if I finish Goku with Goku right here, it's going to mess our rotations up. I don't think we're going to go into the next round with the rotations I want. Or is it just if we end the actual fight? Because, like, I've had shenanigans in Super Battle Road with, like, LR Baby's transformation and Metal Cooler's transformation, where I've just sort of, like, chained it throughout the entire, like, Super Battle Road. And then, like, you know, okay, so I've started... I remember it was, like, in my Extreme Class no-item run, like, Buhan, I think, was in the 7th slot. And, like, I didn't even see him until the 3rd fight. Like, it was insane, right? But, I mean, if we can get to this next round here... Okay, there we go. Perfect. So now we're going to have Cumber with GT Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and we also have Tora. So let's see what Cumber will do right here. Again, you know, look at Goku, because we should be able to tell if he can get stunned or not, based upon the little stun symbol happening above him. It did. Yep, there we go. And then 2.12 million for our boy Cumber right there. So, I mean, listen, I don't know what to tell y'all, except for Cumber appears to be a Super Battle Road killer. I am going to be very excited to take this guy into a couple different stages. Pure Saiyan is also all super class enemies, so Cumber is going to be handling business. What's our next rotation? It's TP on Cumber and that GT Goku. Yeah, I do kind of want to see that attack set, actually, so let's go ahead and get that. We'll go ahead and let Baby and Metal Cooler handle this God Goku right here, because I believe this, you know, Baby should be able to do critical damage to this God Goku. LR Super Baby 2 is definitely still the best unit on the Giant category team. You know, going through that Giant category Super Battle Road 2, obviously any transformations we get are going to be big. Metal Cooler, Baby, and Cumber, none of them can transform until we fall below 50% HP, however. That is one thing to keep in mind with them, right? Whereas, you know, some other units like Tora and Turles and units like that, they actually can, of course, it's going to leave them with a sliver of health, right? But they actually can transform without any sort of HP requirements, because, like, you know, like turn 1 transforming in Super Battle Road obviously is very helpful, especially if you can maybe quickly take out like one of the multiple enemies. That would work really, really well. The other reason Cumber's ability is so strong, by the way, is because it's all super class enemies. It's not just the enemy attacking him. So that's like a very powerful ability. Can we see it activate again? Maybe. I'm not, the second one might have done it, but okay. Now let's head to the Pure Saiyan team, and let's go ahead and get our girl LRB Pan along with Cumber here. Alright guys, so now here we are on the Pure Saiyan team. This is where we should be able to get our boy Cumber's best attack stat. GT Goku, of course Cumber, and then LRB Pan will give us the number that we're looking for. Plus, we can also kind of see our boy get this super class stun off as... oh, that's not a lot of damage right there. 1.92. So, I like Cumber a lot. This mechanic of his, of stunning the super class enemies and then lowering attack, like... You know, it's when I initially was looking at him, like I did the private server video, and then when I also like saw his initial info, I did not realize how impressive he was going to be for Super Battle Road, right? That probably the next video immediately that I'm gonna hop into is taking Cumber probably into like Pure Saiyan Super Battle Road or something like that, and then after that I'm probably gonna just jump straight into attempts on the Giant Super Battle Road. No items. There's still a few of the last 10 stages I have to get done. The first 10 stages I have all complete. The second 10 stages, only Fusion Dance I have not done. There are some new Fusion characters. I wonder if with Gohanks or Xeno Gotenks, maybe Fusion will be a little bit easier. I think it could be, but I think it's still going to be just a brutal grind like Realm of Gods to get it done. So I might not really put too many attempts into it. But I'll see once I get like Gohanks and Gotenks and them rainbowed and like SA10 and, you know, ready to go. But I think like once we get the 5th year anniversary unit, which should be LR Blue Gogeta, I think that probably will be a game changer. And then at that point, no item fusion will be very doable. Like, I do think it's possible right now. I just think, again, it's going to be a like ridiculously annoying grind to get done like Realm of Gods was for me. But then again, like Realm of Gods, yesterday when I completed the Realm of Gods run, I don't know, maybe it took me 20 attempts or so with LR God Goku and Supreme Kai of Time. Probably about 20 attempts, 25 attempts, something like that. But like previously I had done hundreds of attempts on it, right? Without LR God Goku and Supreme Kai of Time. And no dice, no luck, right? Okay, so here we can go ahead and use LRB Pan's active skill. We're going to be able to go ahead and see what our boy Cumber can do basically at max power with her active skill up, you know, with the GT Kid Goku at the end there, and then of course with our boy Cumber. So I believe I did get this attack stat in the private server video. Sometimes, usually with those private server videos, that's kind of just like the quick early look at units, right? Like I'm not really trying to max them out, see them on a million different teams, all kind of crazy stuff. 2.55, that's pretty good. And it's like when I actually rainbow the unit myself, like, because I rainbow like everything, right? That's when it's like, okay, let's take him in all kinds of events. Let's see him in different situations and scenarios and stuff like that. So far from what we've seen from Cumber, I do like him. I do think he's actually a pretty damn good unit. And in particular, I do really like when units have a big, strong use somewhere. And for this Cumber, it's going to be Super Battle Road. He is going to be a very good Super Battle Road unit. So let's go ahead now and hop into Cumber's details. Alright guys, so this is Swelling Evil Power Super Saiyan Cumber Giant Ape Cumber. Giant Ape Cumber, okay. His leader skill is Extreme Class Key 3 and 80% to stats, so leader skill is pretty bad actually. That's not really too useful. His super attack is the Savage Tyrant, which does immense damage and greatly lowers attack and defense. His passive skill, Evil Contact, is 2 key and 150% attack and defense at the start of turn, which is pretty good. His defense isn't over 100k because it's under 10k defense, right? He's only got 9,401 defense, but you know, that's still solid. And then he does have a high chance of stunning all superclass enemies after receiving an attack. That's helpful. Again, that's the golden ability of his that's going to dominate Super Battle Road. Then he also has a high chance of turning into a giant ape when HP is 50% or less once only. It is a shame that he can only do it once only, and he's got the chance to transform like Baby, even though Baby's is far better than Cumber's, right? Cumber's links are Super Saiyan, the Saiyan lineage, Tough as Nails, Saiyan Roar, Transform, Prepared for Battle, and Shattering the Limit. So he will have really good links for like the Giant team. He does have good Saiyan links for some of these Saiyan teams. So Cumber is a solid overall unit. His 12 key multiplier is 145%, which is good. We'll definitely take that as well. And then the one sort of unique ability that Giant Ape Cumber has is he does get 2 key at the start of turn, right? So with that, it's only going to take him 4 key to super attack, which is very, very helpful. That actually is a really big deal, right? Like, that's not like a small little thing. That's very, very helpful. And then finally, Cumber is on a couple of different category teams, right? So for starters, he's here on the Pure Saiyan team. I mean, that team. We don't need to talk about the Pure Saiyan team. Then the Time Traveler team, again, same thing. Just so many buffs constantly. Then he's also on the Dragon Ball Heroes team, which is good. The Heroes category is definitely solid, but, you know, hopefully we get that Super Saiyan God Trunks soon. Then he's down here on the Giant category team. Obviously, this is his most significant category placement because it's a team that has so few units on it. It's very helpful that we got a new one. Like, look at this. It's one of the smaller categories in the game. So, you know, anytime we get new units to these small categories, that's always helpful. And then finally, he's on the Super Saiyan category team. Now, that's one of the, like, low-key best teams in the game. So, you know, this will be good for him when there's a Super Saiyan category Super Battle Road. But, I mean, as of right now, quite obviously, you know, you're going to use the Vegetos and Dokkan Fest Trunks and LR Gohan and Gogeta and stuff like that over something like Cumber, right? The category, like, the Super Saiyans in the category are so strong that, there's just no, like, diversity to the teams. Like, you could go with a very diverse team. There's so many different Super Saiyan category units, but, like, it's like, why are you not going to use, like, Physical Super Vegeta or, like, you know, AGL Blue Gogeta, right? You're just going to end up using those same units every single time. But there we go. There is Giant Ape Cumber. Definitely going to head into Super Battle Road with him next. I'm very curious to see how he will perform in there. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.